Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Geek, Gauntlet podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan. As you can see, I have two of the best co-hosts in the whole wide world with me tonight. First, my longtime co-host for over 2 years, a man who's been with me for that long of a time. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring in the OG Shaw. What's up, man?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
All right. And next, I bring in the man from the great province of Canada. He fights the Moosin every day on a daily basis. He is the Moosin heavyweight champion of the world. My man, Gene. Gene, what's up?
Everybody's got a price and everybody's going to pay. You know how it is here with the Money Inc. every day.
And yes, I'm looking at the camera and I see my shirt. However, I don't have a clean blue one. So for tonight, just tonight, we got to
get the mystical green words.
Get the mystical green words. You have to work with the Ghost William, as they call me, Ghost William. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. First, y'all think I was kidding about doing that? I ain't kidding. Real quick, everyone saw the show Invincible. Now that show is highly graphic. That show is highly gory. And the thing that made me upset, all the Guardians of the Globe died. Don't get me wrong, they all died. But then they all were gruesome. But to me, the one death that was just terrible. Yeah, Aquaman wannabe got hit in the head with the mace. Martian Manhunter wannabe, brain got ripped out. All of it was gory, but the one that got me the most was War Woman. That was the one that got me the most. So, real quick, War Woman, Guardians of the Globe, may you rest in peace. Because y'all ain't coming after that, y'all ain't coming back. I mean, there ain't gonna be no, but I always say when you deal with comics, people can always come back. In that case, ain't none of y'all coming back. It's done, it's over. Man, and it's not so much of you could create a relationship with the character because they wasn't even shown that long. No. But it was just the way that Omni-Man killed them off that kind of jacked up just a little bit.
Supposed to show his power, that's the whole idea.
I know, man, though. But 360, and then she caught blood on her cape, bruh. I mean, we couldn't get no poison gas to go through their little Hall of Justice, a little bat cave, whatever they had, some type of poison gas or something that just knocks them all out and kills them. No, we had to see all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And see, my son wanted to watch it, and I had to tell my son no, because he's only 11, and I had to tell my youngest no. My big boy in there, 25, 26, okay, but my 11-year-old, heck no, you can't watch that. No. You can't watch it. But it was a great series. I loved Invincible, and maybe we will do a special one day on it. All right, let's go ahead and move right along. We got a lot to talk about on this edition of the Geek Gauntlet podcast. All right, Shaw, you are the captain of the topics and news train. Let me do this real quick. We have a new news segment intro. We have a brand new one. Thanks to Gene. Let's go ahead and show it right now. There we go.
Yes, sir. First up, let's talk about Batwoman. Woman of the Bats, or should we say Alice show?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yes.
Go ahead. Here's the thing. We all saw last episode that we finally find out that the secret identity is exposed by the crows. It's just exposed. Mm-hmm. And what Sophie has to do is stop them from doing a blood match of Ryan's blood to what's in the system with the crows. And if there's any type of criminal activity, the system picks up on that. The problem was the way it was done. She had to have level 2 access, or level 2 or level 1, I think it was, and that was only held by the crow's commander. So she had to sneak into his office to stop that whole thing from happening. And eventually she did. She did stop that from Batwoman's identity from being found out by the crows, which is a good thing because the show would have ended. I don't know if that would have been a good thing or not. If the crows could have found that out, the show would have been over. But anyway, I digress. It's going on. But during that time she was at his office, she found out that Crow's commander was on snakebite. Mm-hmm. And she took it to his daughter, and the daughter just laughed it off like, it's not true. It's not true. Yeah, it is true. You need to ask him about it. And in the meanwhile of that, we have Batwoman team up with Alice to save both their love interests. And we all, and yeah.
Really? That tells you that soon already you're teaming up with the villain to save your love interests.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's not good writing. That's not good writing.
Not at all. Not at all. Now you did have some interesting stuff that happened on that team up. You saw Alice and Ryan in the Batmobile. Alice has never been in the Batmobile before, so she just wanted to press all kind of buttons and things like that. Ryan said, leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. They went down. You saw both of them take out some thugs when they got to the place where the hideout was. And they started talking like girls. And of course, Ryan has never forgiven Alice for her gang killing her mother. And remember that because that comes into play later. Mm-hmm. So as Ryan goes in to try to save both of their love interests, she handcuffs Alice to one of the poles out back and say, I'll be back for you. But I'm going to be back after I tell him you're no good for him. So she goes in there and everyone knows Kate is back. And I never understood why the show's still revolving around Kate. But Kate is back. And she knows she's Kate, but she gets hypnotized by the Riddler. And I call her the Riddler. That's what she is. But she brainwashes her into thinking she was Black Mask's daughter. But it's really Kate. And she goes after Batwoman. So we have the original Batwoman versus the new Batwoman. And the original Batwoman is winning that fight. Kate is winning that fight. Alice comes up and helps her. Here's the turnaround, though. Because Alice's gang kills her mother, when Alice gets in trouble with Kate asks, Alice asks for help. And Ryan says, no, remember what you did to my mom. And she walks off. So she's not entirely, as we all know, she's not entirely a goody-goody. Mm-hmm. She leaves Kate. Kate gets captured by Black Mask. Alice gets caught by Black Mask. And she tells his daughter, which is Kate, kill her. And then he says, wait a minute. She has some usefulness after all. So Kate takes her gun, bam, knocks out Alice. And that's pretty much how the show ends. I thought it was an interesting episode. Still bad writing, but at least it had some interesting parts with the
I think they're trying to make it up with the it sounds like they're trying to make it up with the fight scenes, especially adding the original player who played Batwoman in as an extra character. Let's just say if I was the one writing, I don't know if I would let the original character back in on my set.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because now Kate back. She can take the mantle. It might not. It's not Ruby Rose, but Kate can take back the mantle. So if you have Kate take back the mantle, what does that do with Riot? So again, I agree with you, Gene. But a couple other things I want to talk to you about while we're on the topic of Batwoman very quickly. I found something on Instagram today, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it now, that I thought was kind of interesting. I'm gonna pull it up on screen real quick, guys.
So apparently, Mary is something from the comics. Apparently,
yeah. Would that be like? I think isn't that like the Bat family, like the so-called second phase of Bat family?
Here's the thing that gets me though. Don't nobody buy that Luke Fox's Batwing.
yeah,
Not that one. Not that one.
No.
If it was a little bit,
he did have a moment in season 1, though. I mean,
he did.
Like when he
had his moment, but I'd still. The only way that this would work is if you were seeing more out of Lucius Fox. You know what I mean, Luke Fox.
Right.
In the sense of, okay, yeah, maybe he was Batwing for a while before Batwoman came about. Then I would be like, okay, that's cool. I get that. But for right now, like, I go 3 out of the 4. Yes, 1 is on the meh. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not buying that Lucius. If it was a different character, if he had a little bit of a more
an attitude,
right. Someone who was smart and could fight, it might be believable. But Luke can't fight, man. Luke can't. Not this Luke. He can't fight. Look, for the most part in this show, Luke is comic relief.
Yep.
For the most part. And then I agree with Shaw. I thought that version of Stephanie Brown was really Barbara Gordon. So what I was thinking, because I can see down low, Stephanie Brown has blonde hair, but they're touting her as spoiler. As it's supposed to be either this week or next week. I think she makes her debut, or at least she gets referenced to. And in case you don't know, that's one version of spoiler there. Here's another version of her real quick. That's another version of her. And also, she also played or had a minute to be Robin.
Yeah. But to be fair, that was just to make Tim Drake jealous.
Yeah,
to get him back as Robin.
And that was for just that was just for a hot second.
Yep.
But she was still Robin. So yeah.
But it counts.
It does. It does.
I think she was also Batgirl after that.
She was Batgirl after that.
Yep.
She's going through some changes. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move. What else we got up to date, Shaw?
All right, next up is Black Lightning.
This was kind of weird. Okay, Tobias stole all of Lynn's work and made a device that can cancel out anyone who had the metagene. So as we saw Black Lightning fight the previous episode, he lost his powers mid-fight. Anessa lost her powers. Jennifer lost her powers mid-flight. Anessa lost her powers before she got hit by a car. TC lost his powers. They all lost their powers in the minute of doing something. How they handled it, I thought was good, but eventually you come to see Jennifer gets her powers back, but she sort of kind of took the bull by the horns because she's so strict and so tight with her identity as Lightning. She kind of jumps to herself a little bit. She electrocutes herself and she gets remnants of her power back. Then she decides to go into the ionosphere to get the rest of her powers back. But it's a huge risk. It's all a huge risk.
Yeah.
She could die and disappear away. But fortunately, when she went up there, she got all her powers back. But something tells me her particles are still rolling around up there in the atmosphere where she was. And I don't know if that's going to come into play or not. I'm not sure. But they went back and made it a scene. So I think it's going to come into play at some point. But she's the only one of the 3 to have their powers back so far. Black Lightning, nope. Thunder, nope. So, and the thing about it, Thunder and her wife, they actually were talking about it. Is it better for us not to have powers this way? We can just be normal people living a normal life. And, you know, and when you're a meta, you know, and you've been a meta as long as they have, they want their powers.
Yeah, but here's the co-op story. Yeah, everybody goes, oh yeah, get rid of the powers, will be normal. But if you've used them for so long, you got used to that. Right. After a while, you're going to want it back. It's like anything else. It's like a drug. But at the same time, if nobody knows your identity, right? Nobody knows your superhero, you know, persona. Well, you're technically, to everybody else, already normal. So you bugging out, you doing things. They're just it's gonna add to that. Oh, well, maybe they were that. So, you know what I mean? It never plays out well. It never plays out well.
Exactly. So basically, the I guess the meat of the story was Lynn, because Lynn ended up getting arrested. And there's always some type of internal strife between Jefferson and Lynn. Always something going on. They never can be in unison with one another. So she gets arrested. Jefferson does find out, but what Lynn did, instead of Lynn calling him, Anessa had to tell everything that was going on. Anessa hired Lynn's ex-boyfriend to help her out. Her ex-boyfriend's a lawyer. Ex-boyfriend gets her bonded out. Jefferson's having issues with it because you couldn't depend on me to fix this. You can let me fix this. You have faith in me. And it's like, if it was me, I was married at one point, never again. But if it was me, I'd be happy as I don't know what that somebody bailed my wife out of jail. If it was me.
Yeah.
He did say thank you, but it was like Lynn wants him to like go over the moon and show more appreciation than what he should have. But he did say thank you and he was grateful for it. So that's an internal strife there. Tobias, meanwhile, is just loving everything that's going down so far.
But this is helping his campaign, if you think about it, to get rid of metas, to become the mayor. These are all just the little key things to make him look good. It'd be like the exact same thing of when Lex became president. He knew exactly, oh, well, I can't beat Superman, but if I become the guy that Superman has to listen to and be controlled by.
Yep. And the thing about it, we saw something else in this episode too. There's a bracelet that metas can wear that counteract the cure or cancel out the canceling ability of the apparatus Tobias created. So that might come into play as well later on down the line. But overall, it was a good episode. Not a great episode, but a good episode. I liked it. And like I say, we saw Painkiller too. I forgot about that. We saw Painkiller in this one too. As you can see, they'll start to feature Painkiller more and more and more for his show that's coming up. So you saw Painkiller. You saw Painkiller too. So overall, good show, decent show. Wasn't the best of the season, but it was good. All right, Shaw, what else we got online?
All right, so now we have the return of the Legends of Tomorrow. All right, so what happened this week in the premiere episode? The Legends wake up after having a bend or whatever. They finally notice that Sarah's missing. We cut to the spaceship where Sarah's being held. She breaks out of her little pod, breaks out Spartacus out of his pod. Spartacus rushes into the pilot area where there's two aliens, one big one, one small one. He gets eaten by the big one. The small one goes to check on the pods, and Sarah, holds him up. Turns out that small alien is Gary. We got some interesting plot holes with that. All the times he's been cut, all the times he's lost limbs or whatever, and the times he's not had his glasses on. So we'll see what happens with that later on. Let's see what else happened. So Ava and company go to David Bowie, apparently, who recorded what happens. Before seeing that Sarah was abducted by aliens, they find that Sarah was going to propose to Ava. So that's going to happen.
Cool.
Ava leads the group into, everyone doing their own thing. A-Rod and Nate go and find some lady who has some sort of thing in her head that allows her to contact with aliens. Only it turns out there's nothing actually in her head. It's something different, something else, but we'll see what that is. Let's see what else happens moving forward. Back in the spaceship, they fight the big alien by knocking him out of the airlock while they make a time vortex and then send all the capsules with aliens in them at him to knock him out, knocking them also in the time vortex. So now there's a bunch of aliens on different time periods, and Legends are going to have to go through that. Unfortunately, Sarah and Gary are now stuck. We'll see what happens with them, and yeah, decent start. Next episode is going to be some sort of goop or something. I don't know, whatever.
I'm assuming what they're playing for is the reason why they shot all the aliens out is to probably have to go get them out of these time zones. So I think that's why it's playing to like goop and all these other different, like the way we heard the names. I think it's going to be rendering to the different episodes of finding the different aliens, probably different times, probably in different centuries, and probably that's how they're going to play up the comedy parody aspect of things.
Yes, sir. That is what is happening. So what you guys think of the episode?
It sounds like the typical, what they've been doing with them, and I wish they were doing a little bit more. I just totally, there are some characters that deserve a better treatment than we'll just throw them into Legends of Tomorrow just because. It is a whimsical, fun show, but at the same time, these characters need the love that they're supposed to get.
True. All right. Let's move on to the next show, which is The Flash. Got a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So first off, Barry and Speed Force Nora find Farasha, the whatever her name is, the Strength Force chick. Find her like human form, who apparently doesn't know that she is Farasha, or whatever her name is. They go to her, try to talk her into coming back to Star Labs, do some tests, whatever, to see what's up with her. She's a little hesitant at first, takes Barry to, do his thing. Anyway, they take her finally, but then after they confirm that she is, the strength chick, the Speed Force Nora shoots some lightning at her. Barry tries to shoot his lightning at Nora, but Nora absorbs it, makes some sort of energy ball that looks like it has more than one kind of energy in it, and then shoots and kills Faraja. So now Nora is evil, apparently. So we'll see what happens with that moving forward.
See, I take exception with that though, because I don't know if you could call her evil, as if she might see it as fighting for her own survival.
Well, she's bad.
But when you're fighting for your survival, you sort of kind of take things that way, don't you?
True, but
Yes, but in this case, if you're looking at it from this story perspective, there was already said evil Nora.
Yeah, that's true.
What I mean?
That's true.
So now she is evil. You know what I mean? So now this is evil Nora. This universe's evil Nora. So
yeah.
Yes. Now, meanwhile, we have the sentencing, not trial, but sentencing of Killer Frost, because she has Cecile asked her a defense attorney. That means she's definitely going to be screwed over.
Don't do Cecile like that.
Are they doing this trial in Gotham by any means? No.
Don't do Cecile like that. You love Cecile.
Guilty.
You know you love Cecile. Don't do Cecile like that.
Sure, yeah, but not as a defense attorney. Did you not see what she did with Barry?
Yeah.
I'm saying, there's so many ways around the whole Killer Frost thing. First off, her offenses, kidnapping and a little structured property, that's not worth a lifetime imprisonment.
No, that would be what is it, about 25 10 to 25 years.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm.
I'm not even that. Like that's like minimal stuff. That's like
kidnapping.
Service, maybe.
Kidnapping carries weight, my friend. It's not
true.
It's not a misdemeanor, unfortunately. I mean,
if it was just destruction of property, you pay the fine of damages of the property and then maybe a year in prison. But you know what I mean? When you got kidnapping added onto that, they go for the bigger offense instead of the literal offense.
But then Killer Frost wasn't even like definitely the one doing definitely there during doing the you can't actually pin her for the kidnappings because there's other. The only thing that they had was some more ice powers for those things. You know?
Right. That's true.
So they actually couldn't pin it for those things. But anyway, so it turns out that the FBI lady, her big thing is that she wants to use the whole thing with Killer Frost to make using the cure as a punishment, as as a president.
Right. She wants that set. So if any meta gets in trouble, this can happen to you.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is what this is. This is very much what you'd see in political, like we see it all the time. That they're trying to push a certain law or a certain rule on any minority or anything like that. That's how you use it. So there's always like, okay, we can't really get them on kidnapping, but we're going to try to make this stick because then we can make an example out of this person. Well, if you do this as a meta, this is what we do to metas. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. So then Killer Frost figures out the way to fix everything as best they could, at least, is to accept lifetime in prison without parole. So she's going to go away. We'll see what happens. Like sooner or later, someone will break her out. Like either random metas or maybe her mom. I mean,
I don't think she gets broken out. I think to me, she gets out clean.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, sooner or later, we'll see.
We'll see.
And plus, she earned every meta's respect by doing what she did too. So
yeah, that is true. That is true.
All right, guys, I am late on taking a break. I'm so late. All right, guys, hang out with me, and we will be right back.
I'm the same dude y'all read about, the same tool y'all need it now. We came through, not leaving now. When these lame dudes, we beat them out. No stopping this. In my way, might pop your lip. Ain't saying this awesomeness, but y'all looking like the opposite. We setting the bar. Y'all know who we are.
We're making history. Leaving a legacy. Nothing is stopping me. Better believe what we see. We're making history.
All right, guys. That first, matter of fact, both of those. That's our Wednesday night lineup right here on Pinfall Streams. First show, Double XP. Check those ladies out, Kay and Punisher, to break down the latest in video games, news, entertainment. They have segments that you can definitely fall in love with. Big dreamers, little streamers. Nostalgia Nook and Punisher's Pun. Punisher's Pun. Oh my goodness! Then after that.
Because at 10:05 10:05 Central Time or Eastern, 11:05 my time. But anyways, 10:05 Central Time, you can catch the one and only Paradigm Shift, the flagship show of Pinfall Streams. We're hitting and banging it out of the park. And I've been hearing a little birdie has been telling us we got something special coming where there might be a movement for one night. We're shifting times, so keep a lookout on the Pinfall Streams as we got a very big interview coming down the turnpike. So
yes,
I would say stay tuned.
Yes, and you can catch me, Gene, Josh, and TDC as we go ahead and break down the paradigm of professional wrestling. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Go ahead, my friend.
Yes, sir. All right. So before we move on to Supergirl, we got just a little bit of news for the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
First up, we finally got some sneak peek pics of Impulse. Can we show that, please?
Yes. Give me 1 sec. I just replied to a comment. Hey, Kay, what's going on? Speaking of Double XP.
Mm-hmm.
Kay loves us. She does.
Yep. Impulse in his nice new suit, looking pretty decent.
Yep.
Also, you see there a couple of Godspeeds.
Mm-hmm. I got this one too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Looks like that's also we got an excess there. Jessica Parker Kennedy is going to be back.
Yep. Yeah, I knew she was going to come back. They couldn't hide her forever.
Apparently, both will be back for multiple episodes, so that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How many exactly? Let's see. We also have some bad news. Apparently, both Carlos Valdez and Tom Cavanaugh, aka Cisco Ramon, and all the Wells are going to be leaving after this season.
Dang it, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but they're gone.
It is what it is. Like they say, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
At least they're not going to be series regulars anymore, but you might get them from time to time.
Oh yeah, you probably see like they'll probably pop up here there anytime that they they want to bring them on.
Oh yeah.
Well, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Have to take him. I'm gonna miss Cisco, but we know his replacement is already there. So
yeah.
All right, next up, let's move on to Super Duper Girl, as I always say.
Mm-hmm.
So we got this part 2 of the prom episode where Dreamer and Rainey go back in time to try to get some Kryptonian blood, even though there are other times they could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, all right. So anyway, and also there should be definitely samples somewhere.
Yes. Yeah. Her blood will rot. Yeah.
Anyway, after dealing with the blue alien dudes, unfortunately, Cat Grant shows up and she sees stuff, and unfortunately, the blue guys come back, and she sees Kara do her powers, and that kind of messes up the future. So, Dreamer and Rainey go back in time to only a few hours, kind of fix things with the Kara of that time coming with them because she's Kara. What else do you want to do? Yeah. Anyway, so they fix things, blah blah blah. Dreamer winds up giving Cat Grant her name being Cat, because before she was going by CJ.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Kara and that Kenny dude part ways. They clearly have feelings for each other. It looks like they're kind of setting up for him to come back and be Endgame, whoever he'll be played by. Because we all know that other dude nobody cares about.
At all. Nobody really cares about him.
Yeah. I mean, even Supercorp shippers probably would prefer anyone over him. Anyway, so they got everything done, and they went back to the future. We'll see what happens moving forward with the mid-season finale, apparently.
I thought it was sort of kind of interesting too. This episode, you actually saw Dreamer, and props to Dreamer, props to her, props to the actress, because Dreamer has been more in the forefront this season than any other season she's been a part of. She's always been a part of the story, but particularly this season, she's really stepped up. She's really been more of a force. She has a new power now. She can manifest whatever dreams that she has into some kind of reality, like she did with that panther or that tiger that we saw. Yeah, she can do that now. And she's just stepped up. And I think I saw an interview on the CW website where she says Dreamer is in store for even bigger things as the series goes through. So, you know, props to her. She's really stepped up and sort of kind of taken over. We need Kara back, don't get me wrong, but Dreamer has been stepping it up.
I do think that she should have already reconciled her sister by now. I mean, that whole thing that they had wasn't that big. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
it wasn't.
You know, she had a slip of the tongue, and that was it. You know,
it's writing. I think that's what you're going to see when you get the season finale. That's where you tie up all your loose ends, anything that's happened. So expect all that.
Yeah.
Now we got one little piece of thing for Supergirl. We got a promo picture for Kelly Olsen as the new Guardian. Can we show that up, please?
I don't know if I should, but okay.
At least the suit looks better than the other suit. At least
they ain't terrible.
Something with the mask.
Okay. I want to ask this one question. Are they really trying to go Dr. Fate with this? Like Dr. Fate mixed with Captain America, mixed with Hawk Girl, mixed with like the Punisher?
Did you just say Hawk Girl?
Yeah. The helmet gives me that Hawk Girl feel. Yeah.
This thing is pitiful. She looks
okay, so I didn't want to be that picky on it, but is this something out of like 11-year-olds like comic book? Like he's got a girl and he's like, oh, I will add all these things. That's what it looks like to me, man.
KW, give me the size right now. We're gonna, man. This thing is terrible, man. Look at the gauntlets. The gauntlets look like they're made out of plastic. Then when you look at the shoulders up top there, same effect. Look like they're made out of plastic. She doesn't look like she's gonna scare you. She doesn't look like she's someone to be feared.
No, well, at least she could. If you throw on some goalie pads, at least she'd be able to protect you in hockey.
Yeah, she could be a goalie. I'm gonna say in front, she could be a goalie. But past that, she can't do nothing. Yeah. She looks terrible. No gripe, no disrespect to anybody that's expecting that the Guardian coming, but it really does, like, aesthetically does not look pleasing. It's just the suit to me, and she's a normal human. So she hasn't shown the ability to fight. I think she hit somebody with something one time, but that was it. She hadn't shown any ability to fight at all to be a hero, and how girls come apart. Damn, Mark. But y'all wrong.
Wow.
She just don't look good, man. It's not a good look. How girls counterpart.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, I think it looked dumb, but we'll see.
We'll see how it goes. It's the exact same thing. I think a lot of us nitpicked about, when you see any superhero put on a suit and you see it for the first time and they're putting all this lighting and they're making it dramatic and we go, oh man, that does not look good. But then when it's in the show, we're like, oh wow, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're harping now because we're seeing a picture and seeing pictures of it. wait until what we see in the show. So
and it could have been a pose because that wasn't the best pose in the whole wide world.
No.
Superhero, no hands at the hips like this, or no type of fist up in the air like that.
No, and no, like you get the normal superhero pose. One knee on the ground. Hand. We hear about it all the time. Deadpool when he's superhero drop. And so we'll wait and see how things work out.
All right.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Apparently, Stargirl has now been renewed for season 3 ahead of season 2 airing.
Happy to see that.
We also got some news about Titans season 3. The premiere date is going to be July 22nd, with 3 episodes airing on that date. Episode 1 is titled Barbara Gordon. Episode 2 is entitled Red Hood. Episode 3 is entitled Hawk and Dove. And then on the 29th, episode 4 will be titled Blackfire.
What this really sounds like to me, the season 3 part of Titans, very much we're getting Bat family stories mixed in with some,
Titan stories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Now, from DC, let's move on to Marvel, as we got some new list of Phase 4 movies. Can we show that picture up real quick?
Yep.
Talk about that?
Yep. We'll talk about it right now.
Yes, sir. So, Black Widow's coming soon. Shang-Chi is coming soon. The Eternals and Spider-Man From Home is coming soon next year. We got Doctor Strange, Thor: Love and Thunder, the new Black Panther movie, which will be titled Wakanda Forever.
I love that. Love that name.
We got the Marvels, which is Captain Marvel's episode movie 2, which probably means we'll be seeing Monica Rambeau and Miss Marvel there too.
Yes.
We also got Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Ant-Man and the Quantumania.
Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Yeah.
We know September we're getting Shang-Chi. Yeah. So
and lastly, we got this Blue 4, which we're assuming is Fantastic Four, but it could just mean Captain America 4, which we know is coming.
Yeah,
that's gotta be Fantastic Four.
I would say I'm going to go out there on the limb and say that's Fantastic Four. Because they play from the way this is looking and things. This is very much looking towards. They play a vital role as even becoming the new Avengers. And we do know that Spider-Man does become part of the Fantastic Four. So you need that Fantastic Four movie if everything's going quantum and multiverses and stuff. We're going to definitely need the Fantastic Four.
Yeah. And remember, this is all just the next 2 years.
That's right.
We still got a lot of extra stuff coming. Like, we know Blade is coming.
Yep.
Yes, there's Blade, and then we also know about all the. They didn't even tell you about some of the Disney shows. You've got like Loki and stuff like that. So there's a whole realm of stuff all in that in between. So this Phase 4 is like the meat and potatoes so far.
Right.
Speaking of Miss Marvel, though, we actually got some sneak peek pictures of her. Can you show them?
Let me see. Shot 1.
Yes, sir. Her in that suit.
That's just so disrespectful. Man, Gene, look at the shoes, man. Why she got him Chuck Taylors?
Yeah. But no. Honestly, if you played the new Avengers video game,
she's dressed like that.
Looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
No, that looks exactly the same.
So wear some sneakers, you know what I mean?
and if you looked at the comic, man, that's pretty much from the comic. So
definitely.
I would give it.
It is, and that's the second shot that we have for her.
And I gotta give it. I gotta give it for thumbs up. They kept it. We're seeing this more and more though, becoming more from the comic book. We saw with, let's say it with the new Captain America. Sam Wilson. That if you go back to the comic and you look at his suit and you look at the show, identical.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like we're getting that what we saw in the comic, we're getting it on our screens now. So very good. I like that.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of Loki, actually, apparently Loki's release date has been moved up to June 9th.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, so
I ain't mad at that.
instead of Fridays.
I ain't mad at that.
I ain't mad at that at all. I think it's more of a move that there are people with the Disney Plus that want more of that content because you're getting, what is it, like, I know when Captain America and Winter Soldier was on, it was like every Friday, and you couldn't wait till every Friday to watch the next episode, and so people are buzzing about that content. So I think they're going to try to get it out as quick as they can, where they've already got most of the Loki. I do believe they got it almost all done. They've got it all shot anyways. They may only have like a couple that they haven't. So
it should be done by now.
Yeah, it should be.
They do things in advance, like.
Oh yeah, they've been doing a lot of stuff.
Like maybe they're in post production, maybe, but probably not.
Yeah.
Done.
Real quick,
the main stuff. If they were going to do it now, they could easily do it now.
Yeah.
Real quickly, back to KW. He wondered how Blackfire will look. I'll send you a picture in the Discord. You'll see Blackfire.
Yeah.
That picture's already been released.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let me go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll come back, run through our rest of the news, get to our topics, and then we'll get you out of here. Y'all hang loose. We'll be right back.
Up like we do. No one does us like we do. Always go hard with this crew. Welcome to the show, let's make moves. Nothing's gonna stop us, it's not to get rough. Turn the whole room up, it's never enough. Let's go, 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 let's go. Gonna go and take it over. You call us King Kong. Here we come, running through the door. Don't wait long. Don't blink.
All right, guys, that is the Sports Report podcast. You can catch it every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Pinfall Streams. Join me, Tony C, Gene, and our newest member of the Pinfall family, my man Se2. So definitely join us on the Sports Report podcast right here, 10 p.m. Eastern on Pinfall Streams every Monday night. All right, Shaw, let's go ahead and keep this train rolling.
All right. Just to bring some up in the chat, Art X Entertainment brought up the Indian Spider-Man.
I heard he was coming too.
Hey, Indian Spider-Man is cool and all, but Japanese Spider-Man, I mean, is the best. Spider-Man, demon from hell.
Yeah.
Anyway,
while we're on that train of Japan has voted who's their best anime of the decade is. Give a guess, guys. It's Naruto. Boo-boo.
I take so much disrespect with that, but okay, go ahead. I take so much disrespect. Oh, man. Okay.
It's the decade. You got to think about it too. Like by now, it made sense. By now, DBZ has been pretty much fade.
I'm not even saying DBZ.
Been a thing. It's been here a little bit longer, in not in our sense, but in the younger generation, it's been their thing. It's been their anime. So
I'm not even saying DBZ. I'm looking more like Attack on Titan than anything else. Attack on Titan. If you didn't want to do Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, something like that, I thought would have been better. Look, man, to be honest with you guys, anime right now ain't about nothing.
No, but you can't. Honestly, I'm not mad that it's Naruto. Really, at the end of the day, Naruto has solid stories. Anyways, it's not as bad as some of the other animes. At least it's got good story. So I got to
and culturally, it's much bigger culturally too. I mean, everybody knows the Naruto run, and Yeah, like culturally, it's pretty much as big as Dragon Ball Z was back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while we're on that,
yes. Speaking of anime, we have a trailer release for the new Sailor Moon movie. What do you guys think of that? If you've seen it,
if you haven't seen it, now I'm gonna kind of fair use this a little bit, guys. So please, so we don't get struck. I don't think we will because I ripped it from YouTube, but I'm gonna go ahead and show that trailer, and you guys can let us know what you think.
Yeah.
What a beautiful planet, a place we always dreamed about, Earth. The power of all the nightmares we have accumulated will turn this world into a planet of death. Mama-chan!
My chest, what was that? Beautiful maiden.
Save our existence from this nightmare!
And it seems the more you hesitate, the deeper they can get into your heart.
We'll sell nightmares all over the world.
Protecting this planet. That's always been our truth.
Attack!
We can't give up.
You won't defeat my curse!
We have to fight no matter what.
I am one who sleeps within you, a memory you might say. And it's time to wake up.
Don't forget, this was only the premiere of the Dead Moon Circus. We've only just begun.
Sailor Planet Power!
In the name of the moon, I, Sailor Moon, will punish you!
maybe I'm just old, but I'm a certain voice. Maybe I'm old.
Yeah. Hey, but at the end of the day, that looks badass. June the 3rd, definitely guys go check it out on Netflix. It's in 2-part movie, so I definitely I'll be there. Definitely I'll be watching it.
All right, man, you're wrong. He brings up another point though, for real, because those voices were terrible. I ain't gonna say it for it.
Yeah.
Right? And
but at the end of the day, we're getting it in 2 movies. It does look good. I like the take that they're going with it. You're getting some of the old mixed with the new. I like how it all works in. So it's definitely looks to be pretty good.
Well, Queen Barrel was from the first part of Sailor Moon, and then the Dark Circus doesn't come until later. So they kind of brought them together to be this threat. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish they would do it too, KW. I wish they'd do it too. Fist of North Star was so cool. But yeah, it should be okay, I guess. But I don't know. Those voices, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, it is what it is. We'll see. Next up, we got a first look at Matt Smith in the new Game of Thrones spinoff, the Targaryen thingy, whatever the hell that show's going to be. Can we show that, please?
House of Dragon?
Yeah, House of Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, him as a Targaryen. I don't know which Targaryen he's being.
Yeah.
It's Matt Smith. I enjoy Matt Smith. Enjoyed him as the 11th Doctor, so this should be good. He was also good in The Crown, so hey.
You know, if you're into it. And next up, let's talk about some death battle. First up, the results: Mikasa versus that other chick, and Mikasa won, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
No. Blake won that fight.
Yeah.
Blake won that fight. And that sort of kind of shocked me a little bit, because I thought that by her fighting Titan, fighting a tougher a more tougher opponent at the end of the day, will give her the upper hand. However, Blake was able to get the win because of her semblance and the fact that the way that she fights and what she's handled is things that Mikasa has never fought before.
That's right.
So that's why Blake got that win. I was shocked by it too, because I sure thought Blake was going to get creamed. But she won that fight. Hands off to Blake, man. Hands off to Blake. I don't think she should have won, but hands off to Blake. I think too, another thing you have to remember, guys, this is all Rooster Teeth. So at the end of the day, and correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen anybody from Ruby lose a fight.
Yeah, but also too, you got to look at it too, the technique, plus the fighting styles. She's always changing up fighting styles. Where when you're fighting one enemy all the time,
right,
and you know how to battle that one enemy, and then when you face somebody different, and you've never faced anybody different from what you fit, you know what I mean? It makes sense. It sort of makes sense. So
yeah, and the fact, and now, so Blake won this fight. Blake won her fight. Yang won her fight. It was one more. I don't know if I think Weiss actually might have lost.
I think
she did lose. So like 2-1. Okay. Now the next one I have a picture here what I want to talk about. Bam.
Poe, the Kung Fu Panda, the Dragon Warrior versus Danny Rand, the Iron Fist.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been wrong, but I don't think I'm gonna be wrong this time. I think Poe got this. It'd be hilarious if Poe won to me. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, Poe's winning this. Yeah,
Poe got this. He got this.
Yeah, even excluding the cartoon physics, he's still winning this.
Oh yeah, he's winning that fight. I got Poe.
Got him. You're going with Poe. Okay,
Poe.
Okay,
it'd be hilarious if he won.
I'm going the other route. I'm going Iron Fist.
I just think it'd be fun. I just think it'd be funny.
Oh, I know it'd be hilariously funny. I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys on the funny factor. It'd be funny to see Poe take it, but I'm going with on the basis of it. I'm going to say the Iron Fist.
I mean, it makes sense.
Unless they allow the Uber shot of the skadoosh, because we still don't know what the skadoosh does.
That's not even Poe's strongest attack, though.
No,
you not see the third movie?
Yeah, I saw the third movie.
Yeah, he got Chi now.
Yeah,
that's why I say Poe's gonna win this thing, man.
Yeah, but Danny Rand's whole thing, his Iron Fist, is Chi.
Yeah, Chi in his fist. That's it.
But
I'm not mistaken. Can't Poe absorb Chi now? Was it that something that happened, or am I mistaken?
No.
Okay, well he can redirect it though, at least.
Yeah. So
I mean,
if you give it to Iron Fist, you give it to Iron Fist because it's his feats. You give them because of what he's done in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about Netflix Iron Fist. If it's Netflix Iron Fist, screw it. Screw that guy.
I think they're going with, I think they're going with the comic book
Netflix.
because
any verses, you're not using any MCU characters.
You ain't using no Netflix MCU. None of them. Let me see. Art says Poe would never win. Even base form Goku would destroy Poe. Probably so. He'd destroy Iron Fist too, though. That's 40. Even his base
Goku bullshit.
I mean his base. His base
Goku.
can lift.
Goku ain't eating none of this shit. Fuck
but with Goku, even his base, he's lifting over 40 tons, at least over 40 in his base, at his least.
Yeah.
You nobody talking about no damn Goku here, man.
No. All this is Iron Fist. There's a Poe versus Iron Fist, and at the end of the day, if we're getting down to it, it would be funny as hell to see Poe win.
Superman smack Goku again.
Yeah.
Now my boy KW
talking about Goku.
Now my boy KW said it should have been that, and I would have loved to see that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that would be a more better fight if you think about it.
Right.
From the baseline, Liu Kang versus Poe, it would make more sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, what we got next up, man?
My bad. Let me go over here. Okay, next up, Warner Brothers is apparently looking for a black director for the new Superman movie, and they're also looking for a black actor to play a black Superman, as in a black Kal-El, black Clark Kent. What do you guys think about that?
This feels like they're trying to grab a demographic.
I mean, if you want to have a black character, then use a black character that exists.
That's
you got
right.
two of
That's
them
right.
already.
There's literally 2 black Supermen.
Two of them already.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why try to replace? And guys, we're gonna go a little over, so I just want to let you know that now. But
we
have
got Asian Superman y'all can use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's the thing. This to me feels more of I'm trying to grab a minority instead of using current based character. I'm just going to be like, oh, we're going to make Superman black when you already have a black Superman in
right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a whole money grab.
Use the 2 what you have already.
That's right.
To show them some shine and to get them build up amongst the fans so they can be excited to see them too.
And it would make sense. If you're going along with your DCU, Superman, even though he comes back, Superman still doesn't actually fight yet because he's gaining back his abilities, right?
Yep.
Using the recovery suit.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, there's supposed to be 4 Supermans that show up if you're following the comics.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're following,
yeah.
So if we're going to follow via the comic timeline, why not have this? Because then this would work. Because then I'd go, okay, cool. This is really great. Not trying to rewrite.
Past Reign of Superman, brother.
Yeah.
Like Superman has already risen, so we passed Reign of Superman.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would just make sense.
We're past that though. Like Superman's already risen, so they're not going to introduce the 4 other Supermen because that happens before he's risen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
But don't care about the comics.
Yeah, but you can change it up. It's the same thing in the MCU. They've changed things up. Like in the Civil War movie, it was changed up enough that you know what I mean. It feeds to what they're trying to do. You could still do the reign of Superman. Be like, yeah, Superman risen. He's here, but he's still not at full 100 because
he is at full 100. He beat Steppenwolf.
I know he beat Steppenwolf, but you know what I mean.
He is at full. You know what I mean. And no one said that suit was a solar suit at all. That's just a black suit.
I get that, but we know as comic book fans what it is.
But it wasn't a solar suit.
Right, it was just a regular suit. Yeah. Now, once Lois introduced sunlight into there, then you saw him get his powers, and then you saw him be overpowered.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking you should use what you already have. That would make more sense.
Than going down this road,
right? Just like when Spider-Man when they brought in Miles Morales for Spider-Man, that sold more. That was more readily accepted than anything else. If you would have done the same thing with the 2 Supermen you have now, and I don't care which one, they might leave old boy that's president alone, but they might leave him alone. But bring the other brother, and you'd be all right because you're doing something new. You're doing something that's never really been seen outside the comics. So that's what I would have done.
That's right.
Speaking of using what you got, there is a rumor, but it's a rumor. Like sprinkle a lot of salt over this. There's a rumor that they are working on 2 Superman movies starring Henry Cavill. Like I said, salt over it. I don't believe it myself. What do you guys think of
that? A lot of fans look at him as the best Superman. A lot of fans say finish their run out with him before they do anything else.
Yeah.
So this could be true just based on that itself. Because once they give us these 2 Henry Cavill movies, then DC can say, okay, we gave you 2 more movies. We're moving on from him, moving on to someone else. And then it also helps Cavill out because he won't be typecast per se. So
that's right.
It would kind of be a good bend between the 2 forces there. Henry gets to do other stuff. DC can go to other Superman. So the rumor, at least, is founded in common sense. I don't know if it's true. But at least it's founded in common sense.
Yeah. Now, also, apparently the movie that's upcoming, Red Sonja movie, as cast as lead, the actress Hannah John Kamen The actress who played Ghost in the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie, she will be playing Red Sonja. What do you think about that?
Okay.
Well, it's not bad. It's a good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Yeah.
All right, last up, we got a rumor, and this is a rumor I don't believe at all. Apparently, they're planning on rebooting Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with the same characters. Not actors, but same characters.
So Quake can be somebody else.
Yeah.
I can't see it. Just because who you're going to recast is Phil Coulson. They already have Phil Coulson.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like when you give, if you're going to give a rumor that they're going to be, oh, we're going to reboot Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then reboot everything, because people are going to automatically, you're going to say, oh, the same characters. It's like, so who's playing Phil Coulson? Well, they won't work that way. You know, Phil Coulson has been etched in. So
right.
Yes,
all right, guys. That is all our news. Now, what we're going to do is bring in our topics of the night. All right. Let's go ahead and bring in our first topic, guys.
Now, so first up, we just passed May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you, everybody. Happy May the 4th.
Yes. I love that day. Actually, it's funny. I know I'm not trying to do anything personal, but my ex's birthday was on that day, and she used to hate this. This is a great, funny story that goes along with the May the 4th. Coworker of mine, I was working beside, told him that, and he decided to text my ex, "Happy May the 4th be with you." And she got all upset because she doesn't like Star Wars, and ever since then. So it's great. I use it as a B-roll.
Oh man.
All right. Next topic to talk about. So recently we found out that from a teaser trailer that PS4 is getting Among Us. Is it too late for that? Like, because Among Us has definitely fell off a lot recently. Like, should they have done it earlier? Will it actually make money? What do you guys think?
It's way too late.
I'll put it this way. It's too late for Among Us for the PS4. It is not too late for Among Us for the PS5. We're already on the PS5, everybody. PS4 is way too late. There's no saving it.
Right.
And it's not like everybody's going to go back to the PS4 and be like, oh my God, I play Among Us. No. Just move ahead, put it on. I know it's already going to be on the new console, but yeah, it's too late for the PS4. PS4 is
way too late.
Yeah. So.
All right. Next up, I want to talk about the Spider-Man Miles Morales game. Now, as great as the game was, is there anything that could have made it better? What do you guys think?
I heard that was the storyline or the story itself shorter than the
it was shorter.
game.
It was definitely shorter.
Yeah, I would say make it a little bit longer, or if you're going to do it, even if you're going to make it short, make some DLC, make some downloadable content, made some extra missions that would come out later on.
Yeah, super nice.
Because in that way, it makes everybody want to continue on playing. That would be my only thing.
One thing I've heard people talk about is how the side missions, the app missions, that those should have been forced on you, like forced to play at certain time periods, because you can just skip all of them, and then in the end, with the ending, you have a bunch of people who are like, oh, we know Spider-Man and all that, who will be connected through those missions.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Or if you're going to do this, I just came to thought right now. If you're going to bring it in, why don't do an origin story in some part, like have them talk, and then it goes into a flashback and give you a little bit backstory of Miles Morales in a video game form. You know what I mean?
We saw Spider-Gwen didn't we see Spider-Gwen a little on the Spider-Man game before?
In earlier games, I think so.
Yeah.
There was that Web of Shadows, I think.
It was that one. Yeah.
I could be wrong. Actually, wait, what was Spider-Gwen around during Web of Shadows?
Yeah, I think she is a part of it.
She was.
I thought she was a part of that. Even in the comics, she's a part of that.
All right. Well, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe they will do a whatchamacallit, with the games later, maybe.
Yeah, a breakdown.
Unlockable Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Imagine a Spider-Man game where you get a bunch of Spider-Man and you have to play each time with each Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. I think that'd be really.
And each Spider-Man can get the different levels in the game where other Spider-Man can't.
Yeah,
like, you can spend Spider-Man 29. That you can have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2KW. You can unlock or bring in DLC.
Yeah.
But you can take different Spider-Man. Let's say Spider-Man 2099 can get somewhere where regular Spider-Man can't to get different items and things of that nature. Yeah.
True. All right. Lastly, I want to talk about the Umbrella Academy for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember it was talking about that the reason why they're numbered the way they were
was with their power scale.
Or their power scale, yeah. In this show, it's just apparently like when Hargrove got them, apparently. But in the comics, it's their power scale. And thinking it over now, it does make sense. I mean, Vanya is definitely the most powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Ben being able to like summon demons and stuff, like all the stuff he was able to do, that's definitely, below Vanya, but above everyone else.
Yeah.
The stuff that Klaus can do, not Klaus, the stuff that Five can do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, teleporting and time travel is definitely some really powerful powers.
Yeah.
Then the stuff that Klaus can do as most powerful, like, I mean, Klaus is OP in the comics though, like compared to what he does. Yeah. Let's see, below him, you got Allison with the whole talking thing, which is really good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's powerful. And you got the telekinesis stuff that Diego was doing, which definitely less than Allison, but definitely more than just playing on super strength like Lucifer.
Yeah.
So the power scaling thing does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Makes a little more sense in the comics, but it still makes sense.
Oh, it does. Truly.
Yeah.
And if you're following it as a person that's read some of the comics and following it as a fan of the show too, it made sense. Like if you go into it understanding the power scale, and then they're just saying, oh, they're just numbered because it sort of it gives you a little bit more sense. Like, okay, the reason why they're numbered is because of their power scale. They may not want to hint at it, but hey,
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and hit one more break, and then we're gonna be out for the night. Hang with us. We'll be right back. I love that because everything that fits right in the shape there, like a Lego puzzle. All right, guys. That's a really good podcast that we got going on here on Pinfall Streams. It's every other Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Check out my brother Josh, my girl Kay. Kay loves us, y'all. She loves us. So definitely check out. They talk about a decade. They talk about a decade in media. It could be movies, it could be cartoons, it can even be music. So definitely check those guys out. A really good podcast every other Tuesday right here on Pinfall Streams at 9 p.m.
Before we head out, guys, I just wanted to bring this up. I just found this out. So if you haven't checked it out, it is on YouTube. But they are talking about how Catwoman is going to be in the new Batman movie. Matt Reeves and them directing that. And I guess this whole Gotham show that's coming that we're going to be getting on HBO is actually what we thought it was. It's going to be year one of Batman because the movie is year two Batman.
Oh, okay.
So it's all going to play into one another is how it is going to be. So That's why, because all the characters that we're getting in this Matt Reeves version of Batman, they haven't come into their being a villain. It's like introducing you to the Rogues Gallery as Batman is getting new. We're getting that. So it's going to be, from the sounds of things, it's going to be really good.
All right. Let's go ahead and jump out of here for the night. Shaw, what you got to plug? What you got to promote, my friend?
Yes, please join my Facebook page. This is League Memes of America. We got memes, we got funny pictures, we got information. Come, please join. Thank you.
And then you can find me here in Pinfall, because I'm here everywhere and anywhere. Other than the really good podcast and Double XP, I'm on everything. Oh
my God, Jesus, everywhere. He's everywhere. Oh
and
my
don't forget
goodness.
to come out tomorrow night, Sunday. Don't forget to catch us on the Boat podcast, as well as the Sons of Anarchy podcast, as well as we're going to be doing episode 10. And just come on out. We're going to have a fun time. I'm always here. As they call me, Mr. Pinfall.
Gene got a cot. He got a cot in the mini fridge in the Pinfall offices. And it's like he doesn't go nowhere. He doesn't go. He's right there. He is right there. He goes nowhere. He is right there.
Hey. You know what it's like in there. When you walk in there, there's a moosing party every day, man. Mr. Pinfall.
Oh man. All right. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. Thank you, KW. Thank you, Art, for being here. Thank you, K, for rolling through. Appreciate you guys. KW, always. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you being here. K and Punisher, thank you, ladies, for dropping by. Appreciate you. Those ladies love us, guys. They love us. Definitely go check out Double XP. They have a good time over there. I love being a part of their chat. It's awesome. Definitely check those ladies out. All right. If there is nothing else, everyone, thank you. Stay safe. Be safe. Watch out for one another and take care. We are out.